Hey, I was just applying a new Jamberry manicure and I thought this was a great opportunity to make a video to show you how to apply these on your own nails at home. So I have saved one for you and I thought we could walk through it really quickly. So I just want to share that the application and removal instructions are actually printed on the back of every package of the nail wraps themselves. So you have the application instructions and how to remove them properly without damaging your nails here. But I definitely am more of a visual person myself, so I thought I would show you how I do it. So I've got 9 of 10 done and I'm left with this guy. So you'll notice that this is a clean, polish-free nail, so I would have removed any nail polish using a nail polish remover. I also like to wash my hands using an antibacterial dish soap. So a dish soap will generally have a grease cutting agent, so that'll remove any of the natural oils from your fingertips, where hand washes often contain actually fragrances and oils and moisturizer, which are actually kind of counterintuitive to what we're trying to do here. So I use dish soap, wash my hands really well. I'll take my cuticle pusher or my orange stick and I'll make sure that my cuticles are all pushed back as far as I can. And then lastly, before I apply, I use an alcohol swab, or you could use nail polish remover again, but this is just one last wipe to make sure there's absolutely zero polish, zero oil, nothing in the way that's going to interfere with the application of your nail wrap. So I've already taken my sheet of nail wraps, which you can see are already on half my nails, and I've measured to see which nail I'm going to use. So in this instance, I would take the clear wrap, place it in front of my finger, and I can see that this is the right size for my fingernail. I want to make sure that if anything, it's just a bit smaller, more narrow than the nail bed, because you do not want the wraps actually touching the skin. So if you need to trim back the edges just slightly, you're welcome to do that, or you could just err kind of one size smaller on the wrap that you select. And what I've already done here, because I've done this finger, these are a matching set, is I've cut the wrap in half here. So each wrap will actually apply 2 nails. So that's these 2 guys. So now I'm ready to stick this guy onto my nails. I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. So I'm just going to take my orange stick and actually peel the wrap up off of the backing. There we go. So with that just stuck to my orange stick, I'm going to hold it in front of my heater for about 3 to 5 seconds to warm the adhesive. And you'll see that the wrap itself actually curls, it softens when it's warmed. So now I'm just going to line it up with my cuticle edge as best I can and just touch it down. So if I were not happy with the placement at this point, I can lift it back up, and I think I actually will. I'm a little bit low. So I'll pick it back up and reapply. At this stage it's safe to do that, but once the wrap has actually been properly adhered to your nails, I definitely encourage you to use the proper removal instructions. So now I'm just going to rub my finger kind of up the center of the nail and up each of the sides to completely stick it down to the nail bed. So it is now stuck into place. I like to heat one more time for about another 3 to 5 seconds. And you can continue smushing with your finger. I like to use my rubber cuticle pusher and just kind of give one good all over rub. Make sure this is perfectly adhered to my nail. And if this is done properly, your seal will be waterproof, and you'll hear these manicures last up to 2 weeks. So it's definitely all based on how well you get it applied. So it's definitely worth taking the time now to get it right. So, oh, I can hear my dog chasing his tail. What a goof. Okay, so now this is way longer than my fingernail. So I'm going to take my manicure scissors and just trim off the excess. This is just a rough cut. This isn't pretty. And so you'll see it's now close to the length of my nail. I would actually apply all of the 10 wraps to this stage. With the nails cut like that, I can still go about applying my manicure. So then once I've got all 10 to that stage, I do the final step, which is to actually file the edges. So the instructions actually say to file straight down at a 90-degree angle. This will use the file against the edge of your fingernail to cut off the tip of the wrap or any excess. What I actually like to do is just angle the file slightly. This will expose just the slightest edge of my nail past the wrap, and as you can tell, like, that's not visible in any way. But what it does is it allows me to use my fingernails in the way we usually do in our day-to-day life without exposing the tip of the wrap, so it kind of protects it from snags and lifting. So I'm going to give just a slight angle backwards and file downward, and that's just going to cut off. It's going very quickly. So I'll show you this. Here we go. So the wrap has essentially sawed off, just pops off. So if there's any last little snags on that last corner, just give it one last file. we're all good. So there, you saw that one finger took just under a minute, I'd say. So it's about a 10-minute manicure. And this is the finished product. Fabulous! Thanks for watching.